Hello, 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 this is MrDeathtanker here in World of Tanks, and we are at Mines, and we are in the FV304 Tier 6 British Artillery, also commonly known as Bert, and we are platooned up with Uberdice and his Cromwell, and it seems like we got a pretty even match. I mean, we're going against 7s, and I am pretty confident that we can pull a win out of this at the beginning. Anyway, since I'm in the FV304 and basically the gun arc is pretty bad on this thing, I need to basically just get myself close enough to the front lines to hit enemy tanks, but not so close as to get spotted immediately. Right now, I am basically setting myself up as a traditional artillery right here in base because I'll have shots of the mediums that appear right in this area over here, and as you can see, that red line there, that is the limit of our and right off the bat, mediums and lights engage. The Cromwell in the open. Uberdice is getting hammered hard. I hit the Cromwell for a little bit of damage, and as soon as I say that, Uber gets taken out because of that big rush always to hill, and he just got unlucky and got hammered. I missed my second shot at the T-43, and it seems that the enemy is one hill, so now I need to focus on their slower heavies in the back. I really just need to predict where they'll be, like that, and just keep picking away at it. This gun is basically a, what is this thing right here? Yeah, it's a very small HE gun. It only loads HE. It only does a little bit of damage because of the characteristics. I think it's only like 88 millimeters large, but it's basically track them, reload quickly enough to track them again, and just keep tracking them and taking out modules, basically annoy them to death. This is the ultimate scumbag artillery. I mean, see, look at that. I tracked him, and, you know, I should be able to hit him again before he's even able to get out of there, and the shell goes flying. And I hit him again, because there was no splash. I've hit him again. Tracked him again. Reloading. Fire again. Tracked again. As you can see, we're down 2 tanks already because we lost Hill and we lost all those, we lost the KV-1S Cromwell Chaffee, and I'm just going to keep firing at this T-29, wear him down. We've got a pretty good setup of tanks, we're holding strong. We're doing our best here. I'm gonna just keep pounding away at this T-29, and you can really see how this tank is one of the most annoying tanks in the entire game because they keep tracking you and they keep picking away your health, and there's not much you can do about it. That's part of the reason why it's getting nerfed. Like the reload rate and a couple of the soft stats are getting nerfed, but it's still gonna be a lot like this, where it can just pink away your health and there's nothing really you can do. Because the shell arc is incredible too. It can just literally just fall right on top of them almost. And 2 kills already. I've already done a pretty big contribution to the match by doing 1,000 damage. And once again, I reload so quickly and the shell arc is so good, I can just drop them right on top of them. And light vehicles really suffer from this as much as heavy vehicles and getting tracked. I'm basically moving up because everything that was in my range, as you can see with this red line, is pretty much dead. And I'm just getting myself into a more advantageous position, but then there's the Cheeto, and I said, screw that, I'm going to go up this side. We're even in tanks. We got a KV-2 moving on their base, really kind of stupid considering how big his tank is, and we've still got all of our artillery. And I sight in this Cheeto because he's a Japanese paper tank, and if I hit him with a good shot, he's going to be in a lot of trouble. I'm trying to predict where he'll be. I try to just lob this into him, but first off it hits the rock, and 2, he's moving back. Alright, try to predict, get it reloaded, try to predict where he is, lob a shell, and you really can't just lob shells all you want in this tank. It's got enough ammo. It's basically what you're meant to do, and it's so accurate that you never know, you get lucky. Spotted the T-150, lob another shell, it misses him. Let's see, their FV304 in the back. Try to move up enough to get a shot into them. but I'm pretty sure he gets dead before, yep, Tiger 1 nails him. Tiger 1 and the VK301D are really good players, and they're a big reason why we won this match as well. Spoilers. But I think I really did contribute a lot just by being persistent, arty support, just keeping these guys in cover, nailing them even though when they're in cover. Because look at that. He's behind a giant rock, and I can just still lob a shell right into him. That's... it's a little OP, I'll admit, and that's probably why it's getting nerfed a little bit. Anyway, Tiger 1's kind of exposed, and they still have 2 artillery. Not the best for him, and they're pretty much dug in. Yeah, he gets nailed by the artillery. I sight in on their artillery, try and hope to predict where he'll be, but he drops off radar. I shoot anyway, hopefully he's still in the bush, but it's just a big splash. Maybe I splashed him, maybe I didn't. He's probably scuttled off by now. Anyway, trying to decide which hit to hit. Chi-Ri or the T-150. Decided the Chi-Ri's a better target. Paper tank, and he's not quite so much in cover as he thinks, but he drops off radar, and the T-150 wasn't really moving all that much. I'm just not willing to risk a shot. Anyway, see the T-150, he's up again. Lob a shell at him, and dead. He had enough of his health shaved off that I hit him, and the sheer HE potential just killed him. We're still even in tanks. Still a very close match. Chi-Ri's been caught out of position by the VK301D. He's been tracked. And I'm trying to get a line on him. Here. Trying to predict where he'll be, because the shell time of this is pretty long because of its incredible arc. As you can see, just how long it takes to get there. I just saw a shell fly over from the back of the base, so I can only assume that's where Artie is. Do another speculative shot, nothing comes from it. We still have all of artillery. VK301D still has a lot of his health, but they have 2 mediums and 2 artillery. It's looking pretty dangerous, and the Chi-Ri is a vandal. Very dangerous player. Can't underestimate him or he'll wreck you. Anyway, as before, you saw that shell arc when we were shooting the Chi-Ri. That means artillery is most likely in this back area, and also where they were last spotted. So I'm thinking, well, as long as I got the reload and the time and the shells, I might as well just see if I can blast one of them. But then the Chi-Ri gets spotted. He's in a pretty exposed position here, but he's caught our VK in a very bad spot. More health shaved off of him. He's probably reloading now, and the VK finishes him off. He wasn't able to do enough damage to really confirm the kill. And now we're up by 1 tank, and they only have 1 medium and 2 artillery. The only problem is we haven't spotted them in a long time, so they've most likely moved off by now. But I am still taking the time to really sight in on their bushes, just take speculative shots, because I've got the reload, and I've got the ammo. Why not? If I get lucky, that's amazing. If I miss, there's not much to lose. They weren't spotted in the first place. So I'm basically just holding up here, trying to possibly spot for the rest of our artillery, because at this point I'm one of the faster vehicles, and actually that's exactly what we do, or at least the VK does, because there is their last remaining medium, a Panzer IV-H. And basically I just take evasive maneuvers because I don't want their artillery to nail me, and I get my sights on them. Shoot, probably didn't hit them, but you never know. Now I dip down into this little, I'm going to. I'm basically just scouting around for there he is again. And he's stopped. And I'm trying to take cover behind this rise over here so their artillery doesn't nail me. Decided to go up and try to spot him again by going in reverse. Just trying to do proximity 15-meter spot. VK still up on hill, and another one of their artillery was spotted down below. Our artillery's charging him, but he apparently either misses or doesn't take the shot, and their artillery blams him in the face, shotgun mode. But now he's reloading, And the M44 has got a kind of a long reload, so I'm thinking, you know what, I'll just drop down on him and blast him with my HE. Trying to find a good spot to crawl down so I don't like track myself and do damage. Find this little dip over here, reverse, make sure it's a soft landing, turn. He's probably reloaded now. This was a mistake by me. I should not have just gone for it, but his aiming capacity is very low. He misses, flies over the top of me. So does Panzer 4H misses, and I nail the M44. 5 kills, 1200 damage, very good. And the M44, the other one, crashed. I have no idea what happened there. Did he disconnect? Did he kill himself? I just don't know. Anyway, I've nailed the Panzer 4H in the side. This is where I get a little bit slacky. I'm just sort of just trying to do as much damage to him as I can, and he finally nails me with his 105 derp. But he's doomed now. The VK's got his number. And he just slowly gets pinked away to death. Until, yep, dead. And we end up with 1400 in damage, 5 kills, and we proved a very effective part of this team and just kept the support going, kept on killing low health tanks, tracking very dangerous heavy tanks in the open, and just keep plinking away at them. And this is basically what this tank is. It's the ultimate annoy / slow death tank. It just keeps tracking you, it keeps knocking out modules, it just keeps picking away at you annoyingly. And if you choose to ignore it, like a lot of people do, and just take the 100 health hits, those add up very quickly because of its reload. And it's just a very annoying, dangerous tank that can almost shoot anywhere. Very good accuracy, just very dangerous. But let's see those in-game plates. Alright, here we are at World of Tanks replays, and as you can see, Victory Mastery Badge with an artillery. I think that's the first mastery I've gotten on artillery ever, because I'm not really much of an artillery player, but it just so happened I did so well here that I was able to grab enough XP to earn it. And as you can see over here, we did a lot of damage. Just plinking away at them, taking away their modules, hitting them slowly, taking the kills of low health tanks. It was just, how much damage did we do to this? 944 to the T29 alone, because I kept tracking him over and over and over. And we just really did our job in being the ultimate support tank.